Hello everyone. We'll take some more problems on deflection of beams and bent frames using unit load method. Now let us take one more example. Determine the deflection at the center of the beam. That the value of EI, that is flexural is given. He has asked to use unit load method. So this is of different, that is non-prismatic beam of different EI portions. Then here, if you calculate these reactions for the given beam, you know that it is loading is symmetrical. Total load divided by 2, that is 15 into 4 divided by 2. So RA equals to 30 and RB equals to 30 kN. You get it. Now to apply this unit load method, you know that first we are calculating capital M and we take the sections in both the portions separately. Similarly, now we remove the given load and then we applied at the point where the deflection is asked. Here the deflection at the center of the beam, that is C. So you have to apply unit load. Again we calculate the bending moments in both the portions due to this unit load. Now here if you calculate the reaction for this is again loading at the center. 1 divided by means 0.5. This RB is also 0.5. Now if you prepare this portion, so here AC is the portion, A is the origin, limits will be x equals 0 at A, x equals to 2 at C, that is limits will be 0 to T. For this portion I is I. What is the bending? MXS means bending moment due to given loading. What is this? Here this is RA is 30 kN, you know that 30 into x, this is clockwise and this one will cause anti-clockwise, minus this is 15 kN meter and this portion is x. So 15 into x by 2. So this is the bending moment at this section due to given loading. Similarly, to write in this portion, I take this as origin. BC will be the limit portion. B is the origin. Again, limits will be 0 to 2. But I is 2I here. The bending moment again is RB into this x. This is anti-clockwise, so positive. RB is again 30. 30 into x minus this one. So the moment due to this one about this point is minus 15 into x by 2. Again here due to unit load, again from this side it will be 0.5 into x. So this is the table which uses moment due to given loading, and this small m is nothing but moment due to unit load in various portions. Now we know that deflection at a center, that is C, in vertical direction is given by integration m into dx by EI. So you know that there are two portions, one is 0 to 2 whose I is I only. So another portion 0 to 2 whose EI is 2EI. Then bending moment to given loading is 30 minus 15x square by 2. Small m is, that is unit load, 0.5x. Both the terms are same because it is symmetric loading. Then if you simplify this, that's 30 into 0.5, 15 into x square, and this 15 by 2 into 0.5 will be 3.75, x square into x cube by 3. Same thing will come over for this term. Then if you integrate this is 15 into x cube by 3, this is 3.75 x454, putting the limits 0 to 2, because these two terms are same, this term will be same as this one. And if you simplify this will come 25 by EI and this will come 12 by EI, which comes total 37.5 divided by EI. If you substitute the value of EI, you will get this into 1000 converts into mm, you will get 1.25 mm. Next, we'll have one more problem. The same problem if I want to solve by Castigliano's theorem. Just I will differentiate between the Castigliano's theorem and unit load method. In unit load method, what we used to do, first we calculate the bending moment due to given loading, then we remove the bending moment and then we apply unit load at C. But in Castigliano's theorem, what we want to do, whatever may be the loading is there. So if there is any load at the point where the deflection is asked, suppose if here vertical deflection is asked, so there must be some vertical load at C. If no vertical load is at C, you have to assume one fixed as load at P. Suppose if there is a load like say 150 kN, that 150 kN itself you have to call it as P. Now here as there is no vertical load at C, so you have to apply now one fixed as load at P, and you have to calculate the bending reactions and bending moment at both the portions due to this loading and this fixed as load. So what will be the reactions here? Again it is symmetric loading. Due to this 15 kN per meter, it is 30, that is 15 into 4 by 2, plus this is acting at the center plus P by 2. So RA equals to total UDL divided by 2 plus P by 2. Similarly, RB is also same thing because it is symmetrically loaded. Next, We'll write the bending moment in this section. What is this now? RA into X minus this 15 into X by 2. If you look at this, again portion AC, A is origin 0 to 2, I is limit 30 into X minus 15X square by 2. Similarly now, for BC, it is RB, again 30 plus B by 2, it is anti-clockwise plus 30 plus B by 2 into X minus this 15 into X by 2. You can see 30 into X, sorry, I think this is here, 30 plus B by 2 into X minus 15X square by 2. Same term will come here. This is X by 2, this is just I put unit load table just to compare this method and this method. See here, this is also X by 2, this is also X by 2, this is also X by 2, this is also. If you simplify this, you know that P is 0 actually here. If you put P equals P by 2, you can look at this 30X minus 15X square by 2. Similarly, this is 0 means 30X minus 15X square by 2. So that's why we said with that dou mx less dou p can be put by the bending moment due to unit load. This is the table which you are taken from the previous case unit load method, and this is the Castigliano's method. Now if you use the Castigliano's theorem, you know that delta C equals to partial derivative of the total strain energy with respect to P, which is given by m by a into dou mx by dou p. Substituting the values of n and dou mm by dou p for both the portions and putting P equals 0 and simplifying, you will get again here 37.5 divided by EI. 37.5 divided by EI is 3 into 10 to the power kilonewton meter square. Multiplying by 1000, it will give you mm. Again, it will be coming 1.25 mm itself. Now we will take one more problem in cantilever. Again, this we are using here unit load method itself. So this is the given loading. So now we will have to take sections in CB as well as BA portions. Now in this case, we are coming from the free end. Whereas in simply supported beam, what happens? For a left portion, we come from the left end. For right portion, we are coming from the right end. So here, as we don't want to calculate the reactions here, directly we start coming from the free end itself. Now, if you put here the unit load at the point C, because the deflection at the free end is asked, C is the free end here. So you have to remove this loading and apply the 1 unit load at C. Again, this spans remain same and remain same, but only section will have to take from this to this. Now look at this now. For first, CB is the portion, C is the origin, limits will be C to B, that is 3 meter, I is I. Next, BA is the portion, B is the origin, X equals 0 at B, X equals to 3 at A. Now for this portion it is 2I. Now if you take here, what is this? Minus 30 into X, bending moment at X will, XX in the portion CB will be minus 30 into X. But when you take section here, this section automatically goes. Now you have to consider all the loads on this side. Now there are two loads for this section. It is minus 30 into 3 plus X, because X is taken from B. Minus 30 into 3 plus X. Then this is a minus 30 into, sorry, minus 60 into X. Next, this column, this is due to unit load. When remove the external loading, apply 1 unit load here. In the portion CB, what is the bending moment? Minus 1 into X. Okay. Then when the section comes here, this section automatically goes. Now for this section, again this minus 1 into distance between this and this section. So here to here it is 3 and here to here is X. So it will be minus 1 into bracket 3 plus X. Now if you apply the formula for vertical deflection at C, it is m into dx by di, where m is the bending moment due to given loading, small m is the bending moment due to unit load. And substituting the values of m for portion CB, that is minus 30x minus 1x. For CB, it is minus 30 into bracket 3 plus x minus 60x. And small m here minus 1x, here minus 1 into 3 plus x. If you simplify this, you will get here 30x square. And this, if you simplify here, that is 270x plus 360 plus 90x square by 2 in EI into dx. By integrating, this will become x cube by 3. This will be 270x, 360x square by 2, 90x cube by 3. Substituting the limits as 0 to 3 and 0 to 3, you will get here 270 by EI equal to 180 divided by 1890 divided by EI.